Helen.
And I'm Liz.
And we're sisters,
Scientists.
and lifelong X-Files fans.
And this is We Want to Believe.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome, colleagues.
We've got a few things on our agenda today.
Yeah. So first off, just a preview that this is our 99th episode. And next episode is Helen is saying it's not.
No, that is me shaking my head like, holy cow.
It's crazy, right? How can that
Yeah.
be? Yeah. And so we have our 100th episode coming up next because that's how numbers work. And we're going to be talking about the episode Synchrony, which, as it happens, is a very science-filled episode. So we are going to talk about the biology, the physics, and we're going to bring in our friend Katie, who is a chemistry PhD, to talk about the chemistry in the episode. So we're really going to go in on that. And we might do some other fun stuff. She says, with no idea what it might be.
Well, we do have that thing that a listener made that
yes. I think that would be a great thing to unveil in honor of our 100th episode.
Yes,
we have some,
wonderful.
I would call it fan art.
Yeah.
If other people want to share fan art with us, we would love to share it on our Instagram. So
Yes, very much. And then we're talking about the episode Max today.
Yep.
And the not penultimate matchup, is it? No.
We have it's the, I think there's a word for that that's like, it's not sub-penultimate, but it's some word like that.
Okay.
We have Phyllis Paddock versus Toombs to discuss today. And then by coincidence, in the next episode, we're going to be talking about two pairs of women or girls, the Eves versus Terry and Margie. And then we, in episode 101, we will have our final championship match against the winners.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know.
I mean, Mrs. Paddock is going to win over Toombs. I don't know how much we really need to discuss this.
You know, it's interesting. I 100% agree. But when I asked people online, quite a few said Toombs. And I'd like to explain why I think they're wrong.
Oh,
so
why?
I think that what's happening is that people are thinking about Toombs because we know more about him. He's a known quantity. He's in 2 episodes that are like really heavily focused just on his powers. And I think that leads you to, I don't know, think about him more or something. So like, for example, somebody says, Toombs was a literal mutant that could get into your vents and eat your liver. And like, I understand.
That's true.
He is. But so what if you're going against the actual devil or at least an employee thereof? I mean, Mrs. Paddock is a demon. And I think that, like, if she can create a killer supernatural snake at a distance and have it eat someone, she doesn't need to be stopped. Like, okay, Toombs gets in the vents. She can go send something to kill him in the vents.
A snake. I mean, that would be
that's actually perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Toombs is, I don't think, supernatural enough to overcome. I think he is more limited by things like biology and physics.
Yes, exactly. And he is limited by science. It's just not science that we recognize or whatever. Whereas she is effectively magic.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, if it was just her as, again, if it was her as a person.
Sure. Yeah.
But we're talking about her with her powers, which is.
Yeah. I mean, she presents as a substitute teacher, but I mean, I think that's the other thing is that Toombs and Squeeze are these classic episodes, and Die Hand der Verlitz is a popular episode, but it isn't quite as well known, and she is not in the episode as much as Toombs is focused on in his episodes. And so I think it just seems a little bit different, like, because there's a lot of other characters who are scary in that one. That's the one where the guy who plays Bulldog on Frasier is a Satanist.
Oh,
yeah. And so, I think people are just getting biased by that, personally, is my take on that. And I will say there are other people who say Phyllis Paddock will win. Mm-hmm. And one of our listeners, T47 Airspeeder on Reddit, has maintained from the start that Paddock is going to take the whole tournament. So,
and I could see that.
Yes,
I mean,
agreed.
Yeah, the further we go into it, the more it's like I don't know who would stop her.
How do you beat the actual devil?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what makes Catholicism so scary. I mean. Okay, yeah. Mrs. Paddock wins again.
Mrs. Paddock wins again.
Awesome.
And then Terry and Margie versus the Eves next.
Okay.
All right.
That seems much more even.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. I know we have a listener story of sorts. Do we want to talk about that after the episode?
Let's save it. Yeah, let's save it for a treat. It's bizarre. Buckle up, everyone. So.
All right. So today we're talking about Max.
Yes.
And so this is the second part after Tempus Fugit. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Once again, don't know Latin. And so Max Fennig was in other episodes. He was a NICAP member. He'd been a repeat abductee. He was on a plane, and there was this guy with a mustache who was after him. The plane crashed, and it was all this like complicated geometry. Essentially.
Yeah, that feels right. Yeah.
About like, well, the plane was being intercepted by a military jet. The plane was also possibly being intercepted by a UFO. And so Scully is talking to some of the people involved with the like air traffic control of it.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the last episode, she was in a bar talking to one of them, and Agent Pendrell was there, and it was Scully's birthday, and he ended up getting shot in the crossfire.
Yeah. And then at the same time, Mulder is in a lake, and he spots an alien body in the lake. And there's a light.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so we start with Mulder in the lake, and the last episode had like the ending where like bright lights were coming towards him.
Yeah.
And we see that it's 2 more scuba divers. So it's like 2 people after him.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So he turns off his lights, if they were on, and swims away, essentially.
Oh, they're not like friendly scuba divers. They're like after him. After him.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And so he like kind of comes up from the water closer to the shore and looks and sees them by a boat, and it's like a Coast Guard looking boat, and there's a bunch of people, and they're shouting like, circle that way. They're clearly there to look for him.
Yeah.
And so he gets out of the water and goes on shore and is still in his like scuba diving suit, which produces one of the funnier chase scenes, which is that now a Jeep comes out of the woods towards him and he's running in the scuba suit, which is just with
like the flippers?
I don't know, but like he's in like he's got the hood, he's in the full body, like it was not. So I always pull up the Wikipedia after this so that I get the names right, so that I'm not so worried about like writing down everyone's names.
Yeah. And
so then I was reading about the production of it as well. And apparently wide-angle lenses were used to film the scene, this initial scene, as the actors did not actually have much room for swimming. This made it look like the actors are actually covering some ground, while in reality they only swam 10 to 12 feet. I think it all seemed very small and did not achieve the desired effect. On the set of the following scene, in which Fox Mulder reaches the shore, it was raining and very cold. Manners,
the director,
Kim Manners, the director, commented that the acting crew was more tired than usual because of it. During filming, Duchovny struggled to run from the actors playing his pursuers, but had previously been able to run from 2 horses when filming Tunguska. So I was right in finding it goofy. Anyway.
I don't remember a scene with horses chasing him. Is that like maybe in the forest when they're looking for him after he escapes? Okay. Which I'm still bothered by the fact that he is, with this family who seems like they might want to cut off his arm, and then suddenly he's at that hearing. But whatever, nevertheless. Now he's in scuba gear being chased by a Jeep.
Poorly, yes. And so people then come, he's He's just running very slowly. It's very funny. People come out of the forest then running after him and like immediately tackle him to the ground.
Oh, okay. All right. At least they don't show him getting away, because that would have been harder to suspend disbelief than the alien body.
So in Washington, Scully is in the bar with Agent Pendrell, who's just been shot. And I had all sorts of questions that arose during this scene. So Scully runs over to Agent Pendrell. The guy who shot him runs out the door, and she like checks on him, and it looks like he has a bullet wound through the right side of his chest, but it's possible I got confused and it's his left side of the chest.
Or is it that it hit him in the heart?
Well, no, it didn't hit him in the heart. We find that out.
Okay.
So Scully says, well, she checks on him and goes, I'll be right back, which I just felt like, are you kidding me? And runs out the door after the guy.
Oh my God.
And I just felt like that was not good doctor behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she's like torn between doctoring and chasing this guy down. And if I were Agent Pendrell, I would really wish her priorities were more focused.
Yes. And so, but she does flag down a police car and is like, hey, we need EMTs. And she says something like, he has a hole in his left lung. Tell them they'll need to intubate him right away.
Oh,
do you know what intubation is?
You put a tube somewhere.
Yes. Okay.
You put a tube in the hole?
You do.
You put a tube in the hole, or you put it in the mouth or in the nose? In
the mouth.
In the mouth. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew that.
Yeah. You knew there was a tube.
I think that because you started it by saying he has a hole in his left lung, I thought, and then intubate, I thought, we'll just fit the tube right in the lung. And then I was like, no, this feels wrong.
So presumably, into your mouth in order to breathe for you, essentially.
Oh yeah. Like when people get general anesthetic.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And now I have a lot to say about this, which I will try to keep brief because
I don't know. Don't keep the science brief. I like the science.
Well, that's true. Okay. So first of all, it really looked like he was shot on his right side. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
Yeah. Huh.
Second, maybe it went in and then entered at an angle to his left lung.
Weird.
So then my second question was, I don't think, because I am actually overseeing a group of EMT students right now.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm learning more about like what EMTs can and cannot do.
Yeah.
And I don't think EMTs can intubate people. I don't think that's within their, maybe these are like special Washington.
Is there a difference between paramedics and EMTs? There is, right?
Yes, there are. Yep. Paramedics, I don't know. Maybe they can.
Okay.
Scully says EMTs. Maybe she's also just,
I mean, let me ask you
editorializing.
this. Like, is it like they're not supposed to, but they could if they had to? Like, do they have some tubes in the vehicle that they could just go for it with? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
I guess if you're not trained, I don't want you to intubate me. But on the other hand, if it's between that and dying, I guess I do. So,
I mean, I know they're like the things that I've heard, like, oh, we're not always supposed to do that, or things like starting IVs and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
and that seems like a lot less intense than intubating, because as we've talked about, phlebotomists, not doctors. Oh, I don't know that we talked about it on here, but
no, but what does that have to do with this?
I don't think, like, it takes 6 weeks to become a phlebotomist, and that's starting. That's not the same as starting an IV.
No, it's not.
I realize that now. Damn it! But
yeah,
it
that's
involves
just
a
drawing
needle
blood
in your arm, so to me, it's the same. Okay.
It's a lot less scary though to take things out than put things in. You know, like you want the people that are putting things in to be a lot more well trained than those taking stuff out.
Even with a shot?
Oh, no, I guess not.
Yeah, because people can give themselves shots. Is it more like when it's a precision thing, when you got to put it in a vein, that matters more?
I think so, yeah. And also,
yeah.
I mean, you're putting drugs into someone's body, so you also want to really know what you're doing.
I mean, I guess that's the same with, I don't know, like we have a friend who was giving herself injections for MS medication. Like, that's putting a drug in your body. but it's putting a drug in like a less scary part of the body, less specific, like because it doesn't go in your bloodstream immediately.
Right. It's if it's a shot, it's just going into the muscle. It's not going into the vein. Okay. So it's going to take a lot longer to get into your bloodstream.
That makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, so it does take more training to give someone an IV than just be a phlebotomist. That's reasonable.
It does. And I think it takes a lot more training to intubate someone.
Yeah. I would imagine that's just like anesthesiologists doing that, but...
Yes, right. And, well, okay, hold on. I'll get to my questions.
Oh, okay.
My second question is, wait a second. How does Scully know what she's doing? So, I went down a rabbit hole for a bit of being like, well, wait a second. We know she went to med school.
Yeah.
But then what? Did she do a residency?
No, I don't think so.
I think she could have.
No, I don't think so.
So she's not trained in any specific type of medicine. So then I'm thinking, well, then who is letting her do autopsies even? Because you have to do an anatomic pathology fellowship after a pathology residency in order to do autopsies.
Oh.
So are they just like letting her practice medicine all over the place with no specific training?
Okay, so I did a quick dive into her career on the wiki, and it does say that she did a residency in forensic medicine and learned that severely burned bodies could sometimes show cadaveric heat rigor or heat stiffening. So that was in one episode, they say that she did a residency in forensic medicine.
She can't have.
Why?
She can't have time-wise, though. Because wasn't she supposed to be 28 when the show started?
That sounds correct, but are we sure? Yeah, I think, because she would have been, it says that her senior thesis for her undergrad when she was 23 was that, Einstein's twin paradox.
So then med school's 4 years.
Oh, yeah, something's not adding up. Yeah. And then, they say, while studying at medical school just prior to March 1990, Scully was recruited by the FBI. So that does sound like, did she do a residency or didn't she?
No, she can't have.
It sounds she references it in the one episode that Max is in, actually. That's Fallen Angel. That's another Max episode. So just, I don't know. I don't think that's meaningful, but just
she's got to be lying.
Well, I like this. So she is a medical doctor, but she's lying about having done a residency. That's the only conclusion.
Or or the timeline is off and she graduated college at 16. And
I think it sounds like they say that she wrote something at 23, that Einstein twin paradox. So I think it doesn't.
So,
yeah. Or maybe she was missing time and it was enough years to do a residency.
Yeah, that would be great. Instead of 9 minutes, you get 9 years.
Yeah,
I texted my friend Sarah during all this, and my friend Sarah is a hospitalist. She's a hospitalizer. Remember?
Right, she's the hospitalizer. That's right.
Yeah. And I said, I have a medical question for our X-Files podcast. Something struck me as not accurate, but I'm not a doctor, so what do I know? If someone had a punctured lung from a gunshot wound, would you tell the EMTs to immediately intubate them? So that's what I said. So Sarah said, that's kind of a nuanced question. I have to go round on 16 patients, way more than I'm supposed to have, but I'll give you my take on this at some point. And so then I was like, okay, well, you do your actual doctor job.
Yeah, fair. Okay. So TBD or TBA. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But I am questioning all sorts of Scully's skills and whether or not she has any. Because I don't think that anyone
in med school, did you do that stuff?
I think you watch a lot of other people do it, but you're not like...
Yeah.
Okay, now this is going to... I have anecdotal evidence that comes from TV shows. Which is that in Grey's Anatomy, they are first-year interns, so first year of your residency.
Yeah.
And none of them know how to intubate yet.
Oh, okay. All right. And I know it's not the most accurate show, but presumably kind of the path for the career would be accurate.
Right. I would at least say it's probably more accurate than the X-Files in terms of what doctors do.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I kind of think that, like, I mean, look, I'm in science myself, and I don't know what doctors know. And so I think, to me, I just think, like, oh, you're a doctor, so you just know all the things about the body, which is obviously not true if you think about it that hard. But, like, I mean,
it would be like, oh, I'm trying to think of a physics example. I don't think I can because I don't know enough about physics. But, like, we've had, you know, amongst my colleagues, it's been like a bunch of us, we all have bio-ish PhDs, and it's like, well, who's going to teach this class? And we'll be like, oh, I could probably teach that class with some prep. And then it'll be like, oh, you know, someone needs to teach botany. And I'll be like, I'm out there.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah.
I mean, there's, you know, just because I am a biologist does not mean that I know literally anything about plants. I know literally nothing about plants.
I mean, no, that's definitely not true.
I mean, I like to eat them.
You know that they have chlorophyll.
Yeah, that's true.
And cell walls.
Yeah, I think I know no more about plants than, like, any other college-educated person.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, someone who took, like, an intro bio. I mean,
I think I've pretty much exhausted what I know about plants. Oh, no, there's a thing. Photosynthesis. I knew that one. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. And yeah, I imagine the writers just being like, oh, we'll have one character who's a medical doctor, so she can do everything medical. But that is like an actual skill. Like, knowing.
Well, and that's why you do a residency. I mean, that's why you have to, and residencies are like 2 to 7 years, depending on the specialty. Wow. Like, they can be really long because some doctors need a lot more training in specific things.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Scully is out there practicing medicine. Who knows if she's even taken her boards and is board certified or not.
Something that occurred to me is I don't know I don't know what you need to continue to be a doctor, but like
continuing medical education.
When I was talking about, it doesn't matter the circumstances, getting a prescription for something through means that were not ideal, which didn't happen. But I was talking to a friend about it who's a doctor or who was a doctor, but has since changed careers. And I was like, oh, I didn't want to ask you that. And she was like, oh, I couldn't have done it anyway because I deliberately didn't keep up with all of my whatever.
Licensure.
Yeah. So, I mean,
right. Is she out there taking like CME classes, continuing medical education classes on her like days off?
I mean, I would love to see a little side plot about that.
I would as well. Anyway, so Skinner arrives. We're like 2 minutes into the episode. Skinner arrives at the scene and tells Scully that the orders to protect Frisch. This
Frisch.
Is why
yeah,
Frisch. Yes.
Frisch.
Okay. Those have been like pulled back, and so he's been arrested by the military, and that Mulder has also been arrested by the military.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So Scully goes to the like military base and is essentially like picking up Mulder. And there's a scene where they're talking where he's changing, which I feel like is like mildly unnecessary, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Mulder is talking about kind of what he saw in the plane crash, and that tells her he saw a UFO. And that was...
Does he mention the body?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he mentions the body. And Scully, though, tells Mulder that the woman, Max's sister, who we saw get abducted, Sharon, that she is not actually Max's sister, but she's an unemployed aeronautical engineer who has been in and out of mental institutions, which is where she met Max.
Huh. I don't know if I should believe this or not.
You should. It's true.
Oh, okay. All right.
And she also tells him that Agent Pendrell died.
Oh, no. I was hoping he didn't.
I know. And that's where I feel like, but like they were right there. There wasn't that much blood. Like if he just had a punctured lung, I don't know. But It's okay. He had a
I mean, like, things get punctured lungs, and they live.
Things? People?
No, I was thinking about Pomeranians. I didn't realize I was trying to be more general. We have a close friend whose dog was a greyhound who had just come off the track, and they were at a dog park for big dogs, but this story does not have a sad ending, don't worry, but somebody brought their Pomeranian to the big dog park, and our friend's dog, a greyhound right off the track, thought, oh, that's that rabbit I was supposed to catch, presumably, and picked up the Pomeranian in his mouth and threw it. And so the Pomeranian had a punctured lung, and my friend's family paid for it, of course, for all the vet bills, but the Pomeranian was fine. So I feel like...
Yeah.
If the Pomeranian was fine... I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like their dog pulled out a gun and shot the Pomeranian, so maybe it's different.
But a punctured lung is a punctured lung to some degree.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, okay.
I mean, like, yeah, like, there still had to be some sort of force that punctured it, and, you know, so air is still escaping and blood is still in there. Like, I mean, I don't know. People don't usually die from punctured lungs. Maybe maybe it was too close to Pendrell's heart, and maybe he had other existing conditions and they lost him on the table, or I don't know. It's very alarming. I have 2 little nephews, for lack of a better term, that are Pomeranians, and I think I picture them more insulated by all the fuzz than they are. You know what I mean? Like, I picture them like kind of like
it's armor?
Like balloons. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But it's not. No.
I feel like if you're going to bring your Pomeranian to that park, they should wear one of those things, like they have those like crazy outfits for dogs to wear so that hawks don't pick them up.
Yeah. Well, that's what my sister-in-law is like really worried. Like, they can't just let the dogs out because they live too close to the country. And she's seen like there's this owl that's her nemesis because she has to like go protect the dogs.
Oh my God.
I know. They're very tiny. Fun dog fact. I just learned that poodles have webbed feet.
Oh, that's right. That is good news.
Yes, and I confirmed with my own. He does indeed have webbed feet.
So he has webbed feet.
It's really weird.
You know, I remembered, because you told me that a few days ago, and I remembered a guy I dated in college had grown up with a Newfoundland, and he had told me that they have webbed feet, and they're supposed to be really good swimmers, and they tried to teach the Newfoundland to rescue people, but he would just go over and swim directly on top of them.
Aww.
But good at swimming because of the webbed feet.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very weird. You'll have to feel them.
Have you ever put him in water, like in a lake or anything, to see what he'd do?
No, just in like a shower situation. Yeah.
I don't think webbed feet provide a big advantage in the shower.
No.
Yeah.
No, he would definitely tell you they don't. So they visit Max's trailer, Mulder and Scully do, and it's like filled with all sorts of conspiracy stuff, basically.
Yeah.
And there's a like tape deck thing with the tape thing open, you know?
Yeah.
Like how the like little drawer thing that you would put a tape in?
Yeah.
Okay. And so they like push it close, and suddenly this loud music starts playing that is called Unmarked Helicopters by Soul Coughing.
Oh, Soul Coughing. Yeah. That's like a real band. Yeah, it's a real band from the 90s. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that is what's playing.
Oh, okay.
Then there's a tape in like the VCR that they put in where he's talking. It's a tape of Max that he recorded himself, talking about finding proof of alien existence and how like he wanted to, like, he was currently trying to find this proof so that he could like take it to people to justify his own experiences. And Mulder, this is when Mulder shows Scully, he says that Max was coming to see him, and shows her that Max had on him Mulder's business card.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And so it also, while Max is kind of talking, it shows the military recovering stuff from the lake, from the UFO. And so it's like showing them putting aliens in body bags and there's like a whole row of them.
Oh my God.
And then like the people that are recovering the bodies are like starting to get burns and stuff from radiation. Oh, and before that, I forgot to mention that when Mulder was first telling Scully about finding the body and finding the UFO crash site, he showed her that he had some like radiation burns on his forehead.
Oh, that he, meaning Mulder, did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, from when he was down by the crash site.
Yeah.
And so it's showing like the divers themselves are then starting to like kind of convulse and their faces are like bubbling with burns and stuff.
Yeah, and that's how Max kind of looked on the plane when we first saw him, so.
Right. Yeah. So they visit the guy from the, what is that? And the
NTSB.
NTSB.
That was the thing that I went the whole episode without knowing what it was. It's the National Transit SB.
Yeah. Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And so they visit that guy, Miller.
Yeah.
And Mulder tells Miller what he thinks happened, which is that Max had some sort of proof that was on him, and the aliens he knew he'd be intercepted by the aliens and that they were coming for that proof, but he was trying to get to Mulder in time to talk to him about it. And then the military's aircraft intercepted. So Mulder is saying like he thinks that like the aliens would have just returned Max again and been fine, and the airplane would have been fine, except for the military then sending that craft after them.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And we kind of see, and we kind of like see this like playing out in as Mulder's talking it through, and shows like Max being abducted and like kind of time stopping and everyone watching this happen. They keep referring to like the 134 people on the plane, which I found also kind of 90s, right? Aren't there usually like way more people on planes these days?
It just depends on the size of the plane. So like if it's like if you've ever flown like Madison to Chicago, like that's probably fewer people than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I am once again not great at guessing amounts.
Yeah, so you figure like 134 divided by 4 is 33.
Why are we dividing it by 4?
Because that would be a 2x2 arrangement of seats. So like 2 seats and then an aisle and then 2 seats. And that would be like little, like 33 and a half rows. So like you can imagine like it's a small plane, in other words.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was in row F. So it was more than 4.
Oh.
But
yeah.
He was only in row 13.
Well, you know what? The plane wasn't that crowded. I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
The flight wasn't full.
That's right.
Yeah. I forget that can happen because I feel like every flight I'm on, they're like, it's a real full flight. So if you have a bag, you can gate check it. And
And so they kind of show this happening where like it's, suspended animation kind of, and people are looking out the window and the door comes off the airplane and Max is being kind of like magically flown outside the airplane into the UFO. And then while Max was being returned is when they think that the other plane hit.
Okay.
And that's then when things went wrong.
Yeah. So theoretically, they're just like popping Max off. Why don't they wait till it lands? I don't know. Maybe because they don't have to go down as slow? I don't know. Their logic. And so they're asking, like, because Max, they think, had that with him. And so they're asking Miller, the NTSB guy, like, was there anything that could have caused this amount of radiation that was on the flight? Yeah.
And he says they only found one thing with that amount of radiation, and he shows it to them, and it's Max's hat, his, like, baseball cap.
Oh. So it's a magic hat.
Yes. That's where this is going. Yeah. So presumably, like, he was exposed to so much radiation that.
Okay.
Is that's the thing? Like, if I expose a hat to a bunch of radiation, will the hat become radioactive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, like some of Marie Curie's lab equipment, they don't, or like clothes and stuff like that. Yeah. Or like
her body, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
her body is in like a lead-lined coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, she used to like carry some radium around in her pockets.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Miller, the guy, gives them the hat, or at least shows it to them. So Mulder visits Max's trailer again and sees that it's been like ransacked, and the music is like turned way up, and everything is all jumbled, and someone's been through there. I don't know why they turned and left the music on, but
about the music, Soul Coughing. Do you remember the song Super Bon Bon? Super Bon Bon. Yeah. That was them. That's the song of theirs I know. So.
Oh, weird. Yeah. I forgot that existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Huh. Yeah. Wild. So he visits Max's trailer, and a guy comes up who's like the landlord, and is asking about him. And Mulder says, no, Max has died. And the guy was like, oh, he'd go, missing sometimes. Is it maybe just that? And he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah.
And so he was asking Mulder, like, well, what do I do with all his stuff? What do I do with his mail? And Mulder is like, oh, well, if you have his mail, like, I'll look. And so the guy grabs it, and someone named Peter, I didn't write down the name, Peter Dilly, maybe, which I think might have been... It was the same name that was the alias that Max was traveling under.
Yeah. Something, Peter something, yeah.
Yeah. Had sent it to him, and it was like a claim ticket, like for like luggage or something.
Oh, okay.
And it had SYR on it. And so we'll find out
that stands for
Syracuse. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Syria. No.
Yeah. No.
Syracuse, okay.
Syracuse. So Scully visits Sharon, who admits that Sharon is now in a hospital of some sort. And she admits that, she was not Max's sister.
Now, is this like a nice, normal hospital, or is this like a X-Files mental hospital where it's super dark and scary?
It was super dark, but the door was not locked. There were no, like, people looking creepy. Scully was able to like just walk into her room, like a relatively normal looking hospital room.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something for the X-Files.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was very dark, but I mean,
such as this show. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Sharon says that, so she is now an unemployed aeronautical engineer. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
That's a thing, right? Aeronautics? Okay. Yeah. Suddenly I was just like nautical? Like,
it is.
Like boats?
It's like boats of the sky.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. I never thought about that, though, that like aeronautics is like...
Aero boats.
Yeah.
And so she tells Scully that she stole alien technology from her former employer.
Okay.
And that her and Max were close, and that there were originally 3 parts of this technology, and so they split them up, and so she had one and Max had one,
like the Triforce. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Scully is like, okay, well, and that both of them were like, had them taken when they were abducted.
Oh, okay.
Or that's what they're assuming Max had, that was taken from him now. And Scully was like, and the other part?
Yeah.
And then we see Mulder using the claim ticket at the Syracuse airport.
Okay.
Syracuse is in New York. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like its own thing, Like, I think of upstate New York as like its own guy.
I feel like it's its own thing, but it also has New York in the name, so.
Yes, I know. But my notes say New York Airport.
Oh,
and so
that is weird.
Like,
that is weird. Yeah, like... Yeah,
yes,
that's fair. I've been doing a lot of upstate New York things because I'm writing a book in which the main character went to a fictitious art school in upstate New York. And so I've been like making sure things, and most of the book takes place in Italy, but I'm like making sure that I'm not claiming things that make no sense. So I'm like looking up like, all right, let's say I'm in Syracuse or whatever, and I want to get to New York City. How long does that take? How could I do it? So,
yeah. Well,
anyway.
good. Yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait to read.
Yeah.
So Mulder uses the claim ticket then to get a backpack, which presumably has the third device in it from the claim guy. And then we see lots of guys in suits kind of milling around behind him, like watching. And so Mulder has the airport guy, employee, lead him out like through an employee entrance so that he gets back to the terminal to kind of avoid these guys.
Oh, okay.
And so he calls Scully and tells her that he's going to be on flight 501 back to New York. Or, nope. See, this is where... No.
Back to DC.
Back to DC.
Yeah.
There we go. From New York. To, like, you know, make sure she's there to get him. And she says something kind of cryptic, like something about... Like, I think a lot of people will know or something like that, like implying that, like, yeah, you probably are being watched.
Yeah. Now, is he saying that so then he's going to take a different flight and this was a trick? Oh, huh.
Yeah.
I was thinking then he takes the train or something, but okay.
Not this time.
Yeah.
No, so he gets on the flight to Washington with the device.
Yeah.
And a guy sits down next to him and is like, sir, is the seat taken? And it's mustache guy.
Oh, no. But also, is this seat taken on an airplane? That's not how these things work. And it's not how it worked in the 90s either.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he wanted to move rows.
Well, I guess that's true. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess also on Southwest for a while. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's Mustache Man. That's bad.
It's Mustache Man, who apparently is named Garrett.
Oh, okay. I don't think we knew that last time.
Yeah. And Mulder looks and sees that he's got like a splotch of blood on his pants and is then, of course, immediately suspicious. And Mulder kind of had his suit jacket like over his chest, like using it like a blanket.
Yeah.
And he tells Mustache Guy, Garrett, I guess, like, hey, I've got a weapon pointed at you from here. Don't make any, sudden movements. And they talk a little bit about like depressurization of the plane. And, the guy's like, how good of a shot do you think you are? And it's a little,
God. I mean, I feel like if you're sitting next to him, you don't have to be that good of a shot. But
yeah. But you also don't want to shoot on a plane.
No, that's true. You don't.
So,
no.
Yeah. And I think that's part of his talk about depressurization. Garrett is like, you wouldn't kill all these people, whereas I'm okay with killing all these people. And they talk a little bit about like, Garrett says he has a parachute with him and so he'll be fine. And, kind of like they're debating the risks.
Yeah.
So Mulder tells Garrett, though, I'm just going with calling him Garrett because it's
that's fine.
One word instead of two. And tells him to go into the airplane bathroom. And so he puts him in there. Oh, I forgot that when Mulder was getting on the flight, he went through the X-ray thing.
Yeah, I was going to ask
and
about that.
got a brief look at the thing, which just looked like a weird metal-shaped object.
Okay.
And he had been...
Wait, it was metal-shaped?
Yes.
A friend of ours once described something as triangle-sized, and I think about that a lot.
Did they mean like the triangle, the musical instrument?
I don't think so. No,
okay.
I think she meant to say triangle-shaped, but said triangle-sized, and I just like the idea of a standard size for triangles. But anyway, this is a metal shape.
Yes, it's a metal shape. And he had been going to open it and was on the phone with Scully saying, hey, pick me up once I get to Washington.
Yeah.
And she was going, like, don't open that. It has, like, a really large amount of radiation. And he's, like, fumbling with the buckles and is like, what? I can't hear you, Scully. And is doing that thing he's done before.
Yeah.
But then eventually he hears her say about radiation. And so he stops. But he puts it through the scanner, which we see.
Yeah.
And it is a weird shaped metal.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're on the plane. Mulder puts the Mustache Man, Garrett, in the bathroom and like starts to try to block him off with like a drinks trolley, and is trying to like imprison him in there. But then Mulder looks at his watch and notices that his watch has stopped.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. So he calls Scully first from the plane phone says, hey, grab Skinner too, because we got the guy who killed Pendrell.
Yeah.
So make sure that like Skinner and everyone else is there. Yeah. I just imprisoned the guy who got Pendrell. And while he's on the phone with her, he looks at his watch and sees that it's stopped.
Oh no.
And the plane starts shaking.
Oh no.
And so he drops the phone and starts like heading towards the middle of the plane, and Garrett comes out and he's got his like plastic gun on him.
Right.
And so the two of them are like facing off, and meanwhile like bright lights start beaming through the windows.
Yeah.
And then we see the plane touchdown, safely.
Oh.
And people are getting off the plane, and Scully and Skinner are getting on the plane. And both Garrett and the backpack that had the metal thing, the device or whatever it was, are both gone. And he checks Scully and Skinner's watches, and he's missing 9 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
So he doesn't even remember it. So that's apparently how it should have gone down with Max. Or
right. Right. Yes. I think he does, though. Like, I mean, I think he remembers enough because he knows to remember it. Right? Like, he wasn't just like another one of the passengers. Like, it looks like no one else has any memory of it. It seems like he might, because he knows enough about the missing minutes.
That makes sense.
They go to Max's trailer with Sharon, because they were obviously close, even if she wasn't his sister. And so they were like giving all his stuff to her, essentially.
Yeah.
And she's kind of looking around. And then Scully steps outside, and it's clear she's kind of missing Agent Pendrell.
Yeah.
And Mulder, kind of remarks on it. And then they talk about the keychain Mulder gave her for her birthday, the Apollo 11.
Yeah.
And she says something about, discovery and people, wanting to know more. He's like, oh, I just thought it was a nice keychain. And that's the episode.
So to recap, Mustache Man has gotten away with shooting Pendrell, and the aliens have taken back all 3 of these pieces. So Max's sacrifice was for naught. Mm-hmm. That is a downer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the show. Well, we better be careful, because wait till I read you this email we got.
Okay. I can't wait.
I feel like this was a really good episode to talk about before we talk about this email.
Great.
I don't know what tone to strike as I discuss this with you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start
Matter
by
of
reading...
fact.
Yes, that's an excellent tone. I'm going to read you the title of the email.
Okay.
This is just the title. News release. Greet 2026 by examining this essential UFOs/UAP/space people disclosure evidence being shared online.
Okay.
So that's long. And then it starts, UFOlogy reports, photos and videos are among the evidentiary data submitted in 2 recent metaphysical articles, blog articles at metaphysicalarticles.org. Then there's a big collage of images, and they keep talking about a man named Mark Russell Bell and how he's written this blog that it enables readers to discover precise evidence and documentation of interstellar and interdimensional UFOs/UAP/space people interaction. This is my favorite part. He is answering the question once posed by a Los Angeles journalist. What is the real story anyway?
Who is this from? Is it from a person? Is it from a...
It is from Mark Russell Bell. It's written in the third person, like a press release, but it's from Mark Russell Bell's email.
Oh. And so, did you look into who this person is?
He has one self-published book that is also related to this sort of thing, but it was called Testament, and it's about some strange things that happened to him as a child with paranormal phenomenon. And he definitely, Testament chronicles how Mark Russell Bell became a metaphysical author after having previously worked in the Hollywood entertainment industry as a movie publicity writer. The book begins with interviews of the Oklahoma family experiencing a gamut of strange occurrences centering around the talking poltergeist known as Michael.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that. And this came out in 1997, and then he hasn't published anything else that I could find except this blog, and there's a lot of links to it, and a lot
Did you look at it?
Photos.
Photos of what?
Oh, let's see. There's photos of a character from the new movie Disclosure, the new Steven Spielberg movie.
Is there a new Steven Spielberg movie called Disclosure?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Oh.
There's photos from Galaxy Quest, the movie Galaxy.
Can you go back to the part he did publicity for movies?
That's what it says. I mean,
so this sounds like a publicity stunt?
I think it's publicity. I don't think it's publicity for the Steven Spielberg movie, because I am confident it would not be done in this manner.
Ah, okay.
Unless...
You think Steven Spielberg has a bigger budget?
I think so. Unless the low-budget look of it is meant to make it seem more authentic.
Yes, right.
Yeah. The thing is, to keep in mind, this is a 1,500-word email.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I feel like, I thought I wrote long emails. Yeah. Yeah, he does say, ironically, prior to Bell becoming a metaphysical author and blogger, he was instrumental in writing publicity materials for such Paramount releases as Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Forrest Gump, and more than 100 other movies. Bell doesn't know if Disclosure Day, that's the name of it, producer-director Steven Spielberg is familiar with the array of 775-plus metaphysical articles, blog articles available on such subjects as UFOlogy and channeling, among other categorically paranormal phenomena. I find myself unable to read it for that long because I get very tired. I don't know if it's something magic in the text, but I just start going like, oh, I can't go on. I don't know.
Like that feeling you get when grading student papers sometimes? Or
sort
maybe
of.
It's just
Although
me,
at least in this requirement, I don't have to respond or give him a grade.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, there's some stuff about shamans. Oh, that's not from Galaxy Quest. I just glanced at it too fast and thought it was. The art is from an article entitled "The Interdimensional Nature of Life is Explained in Current Channeling Case Chronologies."
I feel like sometimes these things are hard to read because I feel like people just start putting words everywhere.
Yes, and don't go back and edit and organize.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I find it confusing.
Yeah. He is available for interviews. That is
That's okay.
Think. Yeah. So it's just to make us aware of it. I mean, it's not addressed Dear Helen and Liz. So, I mean, presumably it was just sent. I mean, I also don't think it's a coincidence that we got it because we have a podcast about the X-Files. But I don't think it was like, Helen and Liz, you got to uncover this. I think it was sent to anybody who looked like they might vaguely be associated.
Are there like CCs or other?
No, it was like sent to himself, and then I was BCC'd. We were BCC'd. So
okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of blog articles on metaphysical articles. So,
well, I love articles.
So yes, if we'd like to greet 2026 by being aware of space people interactions.
I don't really care to.
I'll archive it in case we need to, check in on anything.
I did see an interview, I think it was older, with Obama, but it was after he was president.
I
tagged you, I think, right? On Instagram.
Maybe you did. Yeah.
Did,
but our dad also brought it up to me. Yeah, Obama's saying that there are aliens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about aliens lately. So,
yeah, and I mean, I personally don't think the president can have any confidential information about aliens because I think with our current regime,
I have to imagine that if anyone knew anything about aliens, they would do their best not to share it with someone who goes on an unhinged rants on social media.
That's true. Or there isn't any.
I mean, I think that's more likely. I think we've talked about this before, that like if you say, oh, you don't believe in aliens, and I say I do, I don't mean I think we're being visited by people and people are being abducted. I mean, the universe is really big, and if you examine the Drake equation, somewhere else there is life. So, Yeah, I don't know. I would like to think that Obama knows there's aliens. I mean, I don't hate that idea. No, I mean, he has that,
I would trust him with that information.
Where you feel like, he's competent. He can handle this. Yeah.
God, competency.
I know. Yeah.
What a thing.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Yeah. So
So either we got promoted Steven Spielberg for free.
Yes, we did. That movie looks scary. I don't think I want to see it. Yeah, it looks scary. Disclosure Day.
Is it about aliens?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? We should go see it.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll go see it, and then we'll talk about our thoughts about it on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
although you just said you don't want to see it.
Oh, but then you said it with so much enthusiasm that I changed my mind.
I'm just picturing our movie theater has like heated reclined seats.
It has heated seats?
Yeah, we've got a nice movie theater. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
it's a far cry from our day, like when we were
Oh my
young,
God.
and it would be like, I hope we go to the movie theater that has the cup holder in the back of the seat in front of you so you can lean forward and not just hold the cup in your lap.
yeah, yes. It was like lecture hall seating. I mean, it was, like just like the little, no, these are like big, comfy, squishy recliners with heated seats.
Okay, we should absolutely go see it.
Yeah. On like, like 2 p.m. on a Sunday or
yes,
something.
I like that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good hour for us.
Yeah. All right. Well, next week we'll be talking to Katie, the chemist, about synchrony.
And then we'll be talking about Terry and Margie versus the Eve clones.
Yeah, send us more stories if you have them.
Including metaphysical articles,
Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll see how much I want to procrastinate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
We Want to Believe is hosted by Helen Werner and Liz Holden. It's produced by Zach Werner. The We Want to Believe theme music was created and recorded by Zach Werner. Find us at wewanttoBelievePod.com, on Instagram at wewanttoBelievePod, or send us an email at wewanttoBelievePod@gmail.com.